They said you wouldn't make it so far.
Are you interested in finding a school to enhance your education? Not sure where to start? Well, today your search is over. CDP Maths Lab eSchool offers classes for C.S.E.C, CAPE, and GSET subjects, along with training in early childhood education and data operation. Listen to what CDP Maths Lab students have to say about their most fulfilling experience.
While I was attending, it was almost the best experience I ever had. Like I was in class, but I wasn't. I would give the school the full 10 out of 10 because the teachers take the opportunity to help the ones that really needed it. To the upcoming students, this is the best decision you have made and it will benefit you in the near future.
Talk to your soul and say, I can.
CDP Maths Lab eSchool was founded by Ronique Bernard in August 2009 with a vision to see our students receive a solid education with an emphasis on developing their cognitive skills. The school is committed to developing individuals who will have a positive impact on the society.
It really helped me. And if you are going to C.S.E.C, I really recommend this class. So you could always give it a try. The prices are really reasonable, and it is really worth it for online class. Like myself, you would be proud because on that day or on that night when results are out and you log in and you open your results, that feeling, it really is great. It is more of an experience that you would really want to relive.
Of course, I went through it and I passed my exams, so I would highly recommend this to anyone. If you have a problem or so, they will take their time. They will take their time to tell you. Plus, they have history of also past students who have also passed their exams in once.
I've been attending for 6 months, and my most fulfilling moment would be the interaction between the teachers and the students, as the environment is very comfortable and welcoming. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, I would rate this institution, along with the teaching techniques, skills, and tolerance of the teachers, a perfect score of 10. If I had the opportunity to recommend someone to this class, I would, because I can assure you that you will leave 10 times better than how you had entered. Now that I am leaving, one thing that I would recommend is a classroom interaction at least twice a month, as some students tend to do better with face-to-face interactions. This program would be the best decision one could choose, as the teachers are excellent at what they do, and they will go to the extreme to ensure that you understand what was taught, even if that means staying up with you all night. To CDP Maths Lab, thank you.
Despite his late start, Shonday was able to successfully complete his exam.
Trust me, it's a really good program because if I entered a month before exam and I passed the exam, that says everything for itself. The program speaks for itself practically then.
Just start to believe.
CDP Maths Lab eSchool is convenient and economical. We provide flexible learning options in a relaxed environment. With over 80% pass rate, we offer free demo classes before payment, one-to-one interactive tutoring, clinical teaching sessions to strengthen weak areas, and step-by-step video and worksheet exercises.
So of course, we really are the one to choose. Experience teaches wisdom. So we offer a free online orientation to our prospective students to support your decision. Of course, you cannot make a decision without experience. It is always best to make and informed decision. Now, of course, we are working towards offering you through education. That means we believe in the mental, the physical, and spiritual powers. We believe that we should develop all three harmoniously. And of course, in the past and in the present and in the future, we'll continue to involve our students in praying before classes begin. We look at the Bible text, we discuss it, we get the message from it, and we continue in our class. We are trying to exercise a Christ-centered, faith-based institution. Now, we believe that students in these hard times, normally the grocery is always the top on the list and the hardest to budget for. And so we want to educate our students in how to plant healthy food materials like vegetables, ground provisions, legumes, you name it, to help them to be able to recognize that they can provide for themselves and family without having to spending too much money. And so we want to push forward agriculture as a part of our program. So we're going to dub that backyard farming, side yard farming, front yard farming, everywhere in the yard farming. And so we look forward to ensure that we deliver that successfully as we have done. Register with us now.
Are you ready to start your journey with CDP Maths Lab eSchool? Call us at 324-8441 or email us at cdpmathlab@hotmail.com. CDP Maths Lab eSchool, designed with your educational needs in mind.
Good evening to my fellow YouTube viewers. Those who are currently viewing our live stream now. And as I await the students for our 8 o'clock start classes, I don't know if they'll be coming on at 8, but I have to wait until they get on. But we have been doing a promotion which ends in January 2021, and it may continue beyond January 2021, which was suggested by the management of the school. However, the other simple saying to you that CDP Labs Data Services online courses, you can register now for up to 5 C.X.C or C.S.E.C subjects and pay only 2,500 Jamaican per month, which means if you're doing one subject, you pay 2,500. If you're doing two subjects, it's still 2,500 for the two of them, not each, but two of them. If you're doing 3 subjects, still 2,500. So you just pay 2,500. It's a flat rate. However, with this flat rate, there is a condition, and the condition to this is that you'll only be given access to our worksheets on Schoology and our tutorial materials on Schoology, but you'll have to watch the live classes from YouTube. So if you want to be a part of their Zoom sessions, then you'd have to pay the actual fee. All right. So that's it for our promotion. Thank you very much for viewing. Okay. Miss Ashay, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good to my dear friend. I don't know if I should call you a friend, but you weren't in action last week.
Sorry about that, sir.
Oh, you are telling me that you're sorry. Okay. Okay. So you feeling better now?
Sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was waiting until the other friends them come on, you know?
Okay, sir.
Okay. 1 second there, please. Did you make a second video?
No, sir. I didn't.
You didn't? That's bad.
Sir, I'm actually going through some stuff at the moment, so.
We're all going through stuff, you know. We all go through stuff. You don't think that I go through stuff too? But I have to do whatever I need to do. Because at the end of the day, if you're going through stuff, then I won't ask what the stuff is still. Not at this point. But, you have to do whatever you have to do, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to do what you have to do. That is very important. Because at the end of the day, you're not getting younger, and God permits you to continue to live, then it's only natural that you have to, you're basically making preparation for your future life now. You follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What, Nicole, make video too? Oh, seeing videos up there, man. Videos there, videos there. People making videos. So I have 2 videos to show tonight. That's good. All right, just wait until they log on. Just give me a second, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. WhatsApp group to them people have said already, yeah? But seems like everybody actually read the message. Oh boy. This is serious. We'll start in 3 minutes time, okay, Ashley?
Yes, sir.
Whether them come on, yes or no, that is not my business right now. I can't waste time. And trust me, I'm not going to reteach. Because once it's a blue tick, it means that everybody has read the message, don't it? Oh, boy, tell them people are joking. Okay, at least one person has other one. 1 second, hold on there. Hold on. Yes, good evening, Mr. Paul. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yes, we don't waste time here. So when it's 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't have the time to waste. Serious business we have to deal with. All right, supposed to be four of you. 50% of you is on, so we can start the class. All right, so as we start the class, it is the norm to proceed with devotion. So we're going to breathe a word of prayer, and then I like to share my devotion and thoughts with you. So then we get into the lesson. We have two video presentations to look at today. One of the persons is on. The next person is not on as yet, but we'll play her video nevertheless, and we will see what we can learn from her video. And then we're going to start looking at some possible questions based on what we have done so far, and see how far we can get into the PowerPoint in terms of immunity. And let's take it from there. So let us pray. Mute your mic, please, so we can pray. Let us pray. Most kind and loving and heavenly Father, we take this opportunity to acknowledge you, O God, and to give you thanks and praise for sparing our lives throughout this untried period of our life, this pandemic. Pray, O God, that you will continue to protect us. And we give you thanks for providing for us. And as we're about to continue another exam preparation class, I pray, oh Father, that you take charge. You'll be the teacher. And I pray that you'll develop the understanding of these students, that you develop you increase their knowledge, and that you will allow them to be able to use the knowledge that they have gained so that when they do these exams, they not only do it for exams purposes, but they will do it for the blessing of others and themselves and to bring glory and honor to your name. So for those who are not able to make it on tonight, pray that you'll be with them. And for those of our viewers who are watching live on YouTube, we pray, oh God, that you bless them too and that you will help them if they are preparing for exams. Help them to be prepared as well. And for this we ask you in Jesus' most precious and holy name we pray. Amen. Yes. Good night, Miss Gooden. So I guess we have to start devotion on time. And as a result of that, persons will get on as devotion start. All right. I was having my devotion today, and while I read, a little thought came to my mind. I am, hold on there. It's don't see as if I'm getting the right text. I'm supposed to start from verse 14. I'm coming there. 1 second. I want to read from the book of Moses, verse 14 to 29. Now, there's a lesson to learn from this, a special lesson. At times we tend to worry a lot and fret, but I want to learn a lesson from this. So this is Exodus chapter 14, chapter 16, verse 14 to 29. And I read in your hearing. When the dew was gone, thin flakes like frost on the ground appeared on the desert floor. When the Israelites saw it, they said to each other, "What is it?" Now, I want you, as students of science, to pay close attention to that question. You're going to see how science came out of this, the whole attitude of a scientist. There was something on the ground, and when the Israelites, you can put your name there, Teresa, Nikosha, or Ashe, saw it, she said to herself, "What is it?" So normally when you're studying something, you must ask the question, what is it? What does this mean? How is this done? All right? I mean, at the end of this, I'll get into that. Oh, the full complement of the class is here tonight. That's good. For they did not know what it was. So they asked a question. So you see, when you don't know, you can learn from the Bible. When you don't know what something is, you must question it. You see, the frost on the ground could not speak, but yet still they asked it a question. What is it? So when you're studying HSB, and you're going out there in the real world, question things, just to see if you know what it was. If you don't know what it was, you must ask a question. It must be a question. And Moses said to them, "It is the bread, it is the bread the Lord has given to eat." Mute your mics, please. This is what the Lord has commanded. Everyone is to gather as much as they need. Take an omer for each person you have in your tent. The Israelites did as they were told. Some gathered much, some little. And when they measured it by the omer, the one who gathered much did not have too much, and the one who gathered little did not have too little. Everyone had gathered just as much as they needed. What this is saying to us is that, especially when we live in these hard times, students, God is saying to the Israelites back then, take what you need just for today. Some of us sometimes we get some money and we just spend it out, boops, and it just blow away like that. because we're not spending the money on what we need for today. God provides you with something. You don't need to spend, you don't need to buy up this whole bunch of stuff because He's going to provide for you again. So we supposed to be able to can work if we're working, if we're working class persons, or if your parents give you lunch money, only spend on what you need for the day. That's a lesson that you can learn, right? Then Moses said to them, no one is to keep any of it until morning. However, some of them paid no attention to Moses. They kept part of it until morning, but it was full of maggots and began to smell. So Moses was angry with them. You see, what is happening right here? They did not practice faith in God. If God provides something for you today, you should not worry about tomorrow. Only focus on today. And you say, oh, quick and fast. One person came on today saying that they are going through some things. But maybe this is your answer. Focus on what you have to do today and leave God to provide for tomorrow. There's no need for us to worry about tomorrow. Focus on what you have to do. God gave you life today. Use it well for today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Because God will provide for tomorrow. And that's what sometimes we don't receive the blessings of God because we are worrying too much. Let's go to the 21st verse. Wrapping up. Each morning when everyone gathered as much as they needed, and when the sun grew hot, it melted away. And on the sixth day, they gathered twice as much, 2 omers for each person, and the leaders of the community came and reported this to Moses. He said to them, this is what the Lord commanded. Tomorrow is to be a day of Sabbath rest, and holy Sabbath to the Lord. So bake what you want to bake, and boil what you want to boil. Save whatever is left, and keep it until morning. So they saved it until morning. And as Moses commanded, and it did not stink or get maggots in it. So here, when we're obedient to God, we trust God, here is the results. So eat it today, Moses said, because today is a Sabbath to the Lord. You will not find any of it on the ground today. 6 days you are to gather it, but on the seventh day, the Sabbath, there will not be any. Nevertheless, some of the people went out on the seventh day to gather it, but they found none, disobedient again. Then the Lord said to Moses, how long will you refuse to keep my commands and my instructions? Bear in mind that the Lord has given you the Sabbath. That is why on the sixth day he gives you bread for 2 days. Everyone is to stay where they are on the seventh day. No one is to go out. So the people rested on the seventh day. So the lesson I want you to learn from this is that stop worrying about tomorrow and trust God. Be obedient to his words, and he will take care of you. Don't worry about the exams that coming in May. But when God give you time to study, use that time to study. Gives you another day to study, study. Don't waste it. Thank you very much. I hope you have benefited from that devotion. As we know, we have 2 videos to look at. Last week, that was well done. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Miss Powell, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm still here.
Yes, we build a little family. We are all one family in CDP Labs. So whenever there's a new student, we must introduce the new student. Um, could you wave to our other 3 students, please,
Oh, that living thing down
before I
there.
burst the secrets?
I think I forget about that waving thing, how that thing goes again.
No, turn on the video that we're telling you. Turn the video and wave.
Turn your head.
You're not what? What you say a
I'm
while ago?
hiding. I'm
What?
hiding.
Hiding from what and from who? Well, if you guys, okay, there she is. Thank you very much. Everybody seen her? Tasha, Ashay, and Nicole, you seen her?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
good. Thank you. Okay.
Can go back into
Oh,
hiding now, sir?
yeah, you can turn off the hiding now. Good. All right, very good. Well, Tasha, Teresa was watching your video last week, right, Teresa?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to tell Tasha how was it?
No, I was just watching.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, the producer of the video is right beside you. All right. Well, see Tasha? That's a nice video, right? Right, Tasha?
Sir, why did I see anything? I'm not seeing anything, sir.
No, I'm not
Okay.
sharing. I'm not sure. I said your video last week was a nice video.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go with I see Nikosha sent us a video, Nikosha. But we're gonna go with Ashay's video first, and then we go to your video. The video that Ashay created is based on respiratory system, and there'll be some questions I will be asking Ashay. Remember, I told you Ashay that I'll be asking some questions. Hope you're prepared now to answer them. All right, so here we go. 1 minute and 12 seconds. Let's enjoy it. Camera, lights, action.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ashley Martin, and I'm here to demonstrate the respiratory. This straw is representing the trachea. The trachea's main function is to transport air into the body during the process of breathing. The trachea is a Y-shaped figure, but as you realize that my diagram is not made to scale. The balloon is represented for the lungs. The lungs' main function is to bring in fresh air into the body and remove gases from out of the body. The, right here is the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that expands rhythmically and continuously. So as I am going to demonstrate to you how we describe that. Okay. As you notice, when I pull onto the diaphragm, the lungs expand. When I push onto the diaphragm, the lungs contracts. This is the process when we inhale and exhale. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ashley Martin, and I'm here to demonstrate the respiratory system. This straw is representing the trachea. The trachea's main function is to transport air into the body during the process of breathing. The trachea is a Y-shaped figure, but as you realize that my diagram is not made to scale. The balloon is represented for the lungs. The lungs' main function is to bring in fresh air into the body and remove gases from out of the body. The, right here is the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that expands rhythmically and continuously. So as I am going to demonstrate to you how we describe that. Okay. As you notice, when I pull onto the diaphragm, the lungs expand. When I push onto the diaphragm, the lungs contracts. This is the process when we inhale and exhale.
All right. Thank you very much, Ashay. Does anyone want to comment on Ashay's video? Or should I be calling names first? Tasha, can we begin with you first? You have to unmute your mic, Tasha. The mic is muted. Your mic is muted, Tasha. Unmute your mic. All right, not hearing from Tasha. Teresa, would you like to comment on that video for me, please?
No, sir.
What do you mean no? No, no, no. You must be able to comment. You watch the video. You must be able to comment. Say something about it.
Sir, but I have to know about the diaphragm and all those before I can comment, right?
Oh, so you have been hearing some words. Okay, tell me some of the words you heard. You heard diaphragm. What else you heard? What was she basically demonstrating from what you saw? Teresa, not finished talking to you.
I know, sir.
So why you make back your mic? Go ahead and talk. Just tell me what else you heard. What else you learned about the diaphragm. And what else you heard? All right, I won't pressure you any
Some of
further
them
now.
watch it again.
Oh, okay. All right, I won't pressure you any further. All right, Nikosha, what about you?
It was okay.
The video was okay. All right. Is there anything you think you could have done differently or extra?
No, sir. She
No.
explained how the process of building takes place. So.
Okay. All right, not a problem. Good. All right. So she had uh, a kind of human being that had one lungs, unfortunately, but that's all right. Everybody wants to transplant or contribute, donate another lung. That would be nice. You could take her address and send the other lungs to her. All right, not bad though, Ashe. But my question to you, you mentioned that the straw represent the trachea, which is correct. Um, know that the air enters the lungs through the trachea, but I figured you were nervous, so didn't flow as excellent as it should have or could have, but it was a job well done still. But my question to you though, could you describe inside the trachea for me, please? If you were to look inside a trachea. Ashe, your mic is muted, Ashe. Ashe, unmute your mic, please. Thank you.
I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I did tell you to be prepared for some questions, so go ahead.
I'm thinking, sir.
You're thinking.
Okay.
All right. All right. Now, while Ashe is thinking, no problem. When you do a presentation and you do it this good, you need to practice to give more details. And that may somewhat help you to be more calmer and relaxed. So you have the trachea. You could describe to your audience that the trachea, the characteristics of the trachea. The line of the trachea is made up of epithelial cells, which is covering on the inside. Good. Um, it obviously has cilia, that the outline of the trachea inside cilia, and what the cilia is for. Good. You know that there are some cells that are there as goblet cells along the trachea, right? And what these goblet cells are for? What does it secrete? It secretes a mucus called, sorry, it secretes a substance called mucus, and therefore the mucus and the cilia works together to contribute to the air filtering the ear. Even though you weren't really talking about that, probably that's why I didn't mention that still. But it would have been nice if you had mentioned that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to master the whole. Because just using what you have there, which is beautiful, what you have there, you could have given us more detail, even though you're focusing more on the breathing mechanism, which was well done, right?
Yes, sir.
However, you did not make mention of the intercostal muscles, which you should have, as part of the breathing mechanism, that is. Even though there was nothing on it to show that, fine, not a problem. Um, yes, you told us what the diaphragm was for. It contracts and relaxes, but you were supposed to say when it contracts, what happened, when it relaxes, what happened. Good, and therefore that would have explained what you meant by the rhythmic movement. Follow? Good. But on a whole, it was a very good job. And what this was, from time to time when we do more presentations, you'll realize that, hey, this will in fact help you to master the use of knowledge. Because remember, the exam is marked for two things. It marks for KC, which means knowledge and comprehension, and for UK, which means use of knowledge. And use of knowledge carries a lot of weight. Hence, these presentations will go a very far way in doing. And the thing about the truth about it is that it was because of these presentations for every most of the syllabus that our past student will get 100% pass last exam. We had two students who sat the exam, and both of them passed the exam. One the grade two, one the grade three. And therefore, the more you use up the
Wi-Fi connection.
information, yeah, I realize that, Tarsha. Mute your mic, please. So the whole point of it is that it will help you. And I'm sure as you make more videos as instructed, you'll get better and better at it. All right. Thank you very much for that one, Ashe. Now we'll go to our second video. Tasha, did you produce another video? Tasha? Tasha having a Wi-Fi problem. All right,
Said about
so
a look online today. No, look at that.
that's really, of course, I'm going to look at it today. I'm going to look at it. And I think it's a good video.
Um,
Oh, so hold on. Why like you talk to your video and say don't open? Oh, you tell me don't open today? Okay, I was wondering.
aside.
Yeah? Oh man, know where yourself go. Fret that I say about the video, man. Alright. So this video is supposed to be based on the digestive system.
Good day.
Alright, hold on. Interesting. So we're having interesting videos. This video is based on the digestive system, and I love this. So we got one with a model. Now we're getting one with an unlabeled diagram. Let's see how well Nikosha did on this one.
Today my presentation will be based on digestive system. Digestion is the breakdown of food into substances that is then being absorbed and transferred around the body by blood. There are two types of digestion, chemical and mechanical digestion. Mechanical digestion is the crushing and chewing of food, breaking it up into smaller pieces, while chemical digestion involves enzyme that breaks down that piece of food into substances so that it can be absorbed by the body. The digestion begins at the mouth and ends at the anus. In the mouth, both mechanical and chemical digestion takes place. While the food is being crushed by the teeth, which is mechanical digestion, an enzyme known as saliva amylase is being released by the salivary gland, which breaks down starch into maltose. After the food has been broken down in the mouth, it is being rolled into a ball substance known as bolus and sent down into the esophagus. In the esophagus, there are two types of muscle, circular and longitudinal muscle. During the process of the bolus being sent down through the esophagus, the circular muscle contracts and the longitudinal muscle relaxes, making it easier for the bolus to move down to the stomach. After the bolus has entered the stomach, it is being churned and turned into a substance known as chyme. During this process, the stomach releases a gastric juice that contains hydrochloric acid and pepsin. The hydrochloric acid kills bacteria, while the pepsin breaks down protein into peptide. After the bolus is being transformed is being turned into chyme, it is being released from the stomach and enters the delirium. Here in the delirium, chemical digestion takes place. Bile, which is being released by the liver and stored in the gallbladder, enters the delirium, breaking down into fat droplets, and then that fat droplets is being broken down by lipase into fatty acid and glycerol. While this is happening, amylase breaks down the remaining starch into maltase, and an enzyme known as trypsin breaks down protein into peptides. Afterwards, intestinal juice is released and it contains maltase that breaks down maltose into glucose. It also contains peptides that breaks down peptide into amino acid. And all that I have been talking about takes place in the small intestine. Afterwards, absorption takes. All this happens in the duodenum. Afterwards, a substance that is being broken down in the duodenum is sent into the ileum, where absorption takes place. Absorption, as I said before, takes place in the ileum, which is a part of the small intestine. The ileum was surrounded by a finger-like structure known as the villi. The villi absorbs glucose, amino acid, and any other substances needed by the body, and it is sent through the blood vessels. Along with fatty acid and glycerol. So after absorption has taken place in the ileum, which is a part of the small intestine, the undigested food enters the large intestines and is being sent down into the rectum, which is being stored for a while. Then afterwards is sent out through the anus.
Good job. Good job. Ashay, what's your say on this video now?
Yeah, it was a really good video. I like how she explained everything.
Okay, good. All right, wonderful, very good. Okay, Teresa, I want to give you a contribution again. What do you think about this video?
It's great. Better than hearing me, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm hearing it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying it's great. She does need to have a little bit more confidence in herself.
Okay, that is true. All right, that's true. And I think she's getting better though, because based on her first one, thank you very much for that one, Teresa. And that is good. She needs to increase her confidence. I hope you heard that, Nikosha. You heard that, Nikosha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. And he didn't want us to look at it? Like, seriously now? This is good. But let me hear from Tasha. Tasha, are you there?
Sir,
Yes, what do you think about this
sir,
one? Yeah, what do you think about this
sir.
video? What do you think about this video?
It was good job at it, sir. But I was listening to hear to see if I could hear the about the bile, the liver, the pancreas juice. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't hear anything about it.
Yes. That's something about why can we just realize to miss out some information.
Yes, I didn't hear anything about it, and that was a bit that's important. That should be in it. That shouldn't be missing out.
That's
So
true.
that's
Wow.
all, sir.
Very, very good. I like that criticism, and I like how Nikosha accepted it.
Sir,
Very, yeah, yes, I'm heard you. I said I like that criticism. I like it. Very good. Very good. That's what we call constructive criticism. And I see that Nikosha gracefully accepted that and recognized too that she had missed out those details. But as Teresa observed, that you were um, nervous, so you need to be more confident in yourself. And as I said to Ashley, you guys have to take your time. Don't rush it. Remember, you could have deleted this video and start over again and try to get a perfect flow in one. Always try to get a perfect flow in one. Because at the end of the day, you're teaching. But what I liked about it as well is that even though you have missed out some information, you were basically, to one point, I was wondering if you were reading from something, you know, because it was actually flowing. But even if you were reading, probably had written it down in your own words and just writing from what you had written down, which is okay, but not really okay for me, but it's okay for now. But at least,
I wasn't reading from anything, sir.
okay, well, that's good. So therefore, it is flowing. You're able to say it in your own words and let it flow. And this is exactly what I want. And we're going to get there. You're going to get there. You're going to get better and better at this. As I said, the last person only had 2 weeks and got a grade 2. You have more than 2 weeks, several times more than 2 weeks. So you must perfect it. All right. So it was a job well done. It was unlabeled, very good. So you'll be able to show us what is what and so forth. But what you could have done differently is zoom in on the videos, right? In other words, you could have a diagram of the videos itself, right? Yes, you described it to us. It is a finger-like structure. It told us that it absorbed the glucose and it absorbed what was the thing again? It absorbed the
Amino
amino
acid.
acids, and then you mentioned the fatty acids and glycerol. So you're basically telling us now that when digestion ended, these are the three products that we get after the digestion is completed, and you tell us where it was completed right there in the ileum for absorption to take place. So that was good as well. So now I could understand why you did so well so far on the worksheet. Right. Good job. Great job. All right. So both of you have done a good job for us tonight. And I ask that you continue making the videos. Make more videos. Make more videos. Make more videos. Very good. And a very good critique of it too, Tarsha. It simply means that Tarsha was following the video. It simply means that she was following it and she was recognizing. Tarsha sounded like me a while ago. Thank you very much for taking over my job. So she was key into keenly listening to what it is and recognize that some things are missing. Now, for you to make the kind of constructive criticism that Tarsha made, you'd have to actually know. That means she did her assignment and she know her assignment inside out. Therefore, it means then she could have picked up what you have left out. But if she did not do her assignment, did not watch her tutorials, or read about anything, then she could not have picked out what you missed out. So I want you guys to even recognize the importance of I asking you to critique each other videos. Very good, Tasha. Job well done. So welcome, Teresa. You see how it operates around here, right, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So my students are going. This was disease. This was and people. I don't want to one. Tasha, remember say you must make videos too for each of the systems. I must say at least 4 videos in each of these albums here. Okay, for each one per person, and you don't have to you don't have to do one alone. You can do as many. All right. All right. So now we're going to go straight into today's lesson. All right. Let me go back a bit to where we want to start from. Try and find where I want to go. All right. And for those who missed last week's class, you can go back to the YouTube channel if you have subscribed and so forth. All right. Okay. Now, here we're looking at a past paper question. And you're going to take your devices and research some of the answers for it. But there's an approach when you're using passport questions. A lot of persons, when exam time coming around, they jump around to use up passport questions and all of these things, which that is good. That is good. But they want to, but who marks it? You know, some persons don't have anybody to mark their passport questions for them. But if you use it the right way, you will not need anyone to mark it for you. All right. So let's look at number 1, part E, part 1. It says if you notice, the instruction tells us to write your answers in the spaces provided in this booklet. Now, there are 2 parts to part 1, A and B, 2 marks. And all they're asking you is to name the vector that transmits. Now, when you're reading something, some of us like Tarsha, who's good at English expert, can read well. But we lack the understanding if we don't check. Remember from this Bible reading we did a while ago? Do we know what this word means? Because sometimes it's a lack of what the word means, causing not to understand what the question is asking. And therefore you don't get the marks that is given for the question or set for the question. So I want to use the past paper questions to highlight those weaknesses that students tend to have why they fail these exams. The Caribbean region often experiences outbreaks of dengue. And that word outbreaks, what does that word mean? Anyone can tell me? You have been hearing it since COVID, so should have an idea. Nobody can say what the word outbreak mean. Just give me your understanding of it. Outbreaks. Anyone? Tasha, if you're speaking, your mic is muted. Please to unmute your mics, folks. Look to see if your mic is muted and unmute it and speak. Nobody can tell me what the word outbreaks mean. Google it if you want to Google it. What does the word outbreak mean? Anybody? Can look for it in the, you can look for it in the dictionary, not a problem. I can't for that.
Sir, outbreak is like when something spreads around the world. I don't really know.
Okay, good. That you can work with that. When something spreads around the world. All right. Okay. So is a sudden occurrence of something unwelcome, such as a war or a disease. All right. So it meets expectancies. Good. The World Health Organization defines it this way. Very good, Ashe. All right. And students in my class, you talk. You must be a part of the discussion. I don't want no quiet people. Okay, Teresa? Teresa?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so don't stay quiet. Keep your mic unmuted because I don't want to take too long on a call on the name. So if you guys mic, if your background is not noisy, you can keep your mics unmuted. Don't have to mute them. All right. Now according to the the World Health Organization, they said at a disease outbreak, disease outbreak, and the other, I think three of you did not get the text structures. I'm going to upload the text structures to Schoology so you can use the text structures document to help you to read and comprehend the materials as well. All right. So the disease outbreak is. So when after you hear the word is, it is describing what a disease outbreak is. So what is this now? The occurrence of disease, and the word occurrence comes from the word occur, which means to happen. So the happening of disease cases in the excess of normal expectancy. So in other words, it becomes an outbreak when it goes beyond the expectance, what you expect. Say for example, you have 10 people. You expect that 10 people in your population would get the disease. But when you recognize that it has gone to the hundreds of people, it has gone, it has exceeded your expectation. Hence it's categorized as an outbreak. So the number of cases varies according to the disease causing agent and the size and type of previous and existing exposure to the agent. And that is how World Health Organization describes it. And they go out further to say that disease outbreaks are usually caused, and you can write on their website www. It is very good to read their website and listen to me. I am telling you, go onto their website and you get a wealth of information. www.who.int. But write that down. www.who.int. Very good to read their website so you can be informed even more than me, the teacher, because you're doing the exam. The more informed you are, the more equipped you are to pass the exam. All right. Now, disease outbreaks are usually caused by an infection. Normally caused by what?
An
What's it now?
infection.
Good, an infection. Transmitted. Listen to this now. Transmitted. And the word transmit. See? So the word come back up here again. Transmits. Transmitted. And the word transmits has the prefix tran or trans, which means it tells it is moving from one point to the next. So when something is transmitting something, it means that it's taking it from one place to another. Good. Now, so transmitted through person to person contact, or animal to person contact, or from the environment or other media. So a vector then now is either taking the disease causing agent from one person to another, or from an animal to a person. Good? So that's what it means. That's what the vector does that. So basically, if you understand what the word transmits means and what the word outbreaks means, so even if you never know what the word vector means, you understand what the vector did. This is the vector that is actually causing this outbreak, because it is taking the disease from one person to a next, from a next person to a next, from a next person to a next, from a next person to a next, and just keep connecting like that. And that is how COVID spreads, from person to person contact. Making sense?
Yes, sir.
No.
Am I boring to death yet, Miss Powell?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm just wondering. All right. So, but we have to be informed though. All right. So outbreaks may also occur following exposure to chemicals. Yeah. Or to radioactive materials. For example, Minamata disease is caused by exposure to mercury. Occasionally, the cause of outbreak is unknown even after thorough investigation. Occasionally. And you have communicable disease outbreaks. I'm not a language teacher here, Mr. Rita. I'm only a math teacher and a teacher who teaches science. But I don't teach English language. So some of these words might give me little problems, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just making that clear right off the bat. All right. Now, let me take a break of the WHO. You can go and read that for yourself. But I just wanted to see if you recognize though, just by looking for the definition of the word outbreaks, it took me into a deeper and more information. So you say, oh, and all I'm using is the past paper, don't it? You can also do the same thing. So don't just jump and say, sir, I don't want past paper. No, there must be a constructive way to do it. You follow?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we understand what outbreaks of dengue means. It means that dengue now is more than one person have the disease named dengue. It has spread all over the island, over the Caribbean region, over the world. Good. It's an outbreak or a pandemic or epidemic. Now, name the vector that transmits dengue. Could somebody look it up for me, please? And I want the spelling too.
That would be it is, sir, I can't call it, so I'll just spell it.
Sir,
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
sir.
Yes, Tasha.
It's not
It's
tertiary.
a vector called Plasmodium parasite. Actually, a mosquito.
Yeah, so they were about to give me Teresa was about to give me the name of it. So she's going to spell it for us, right? So go ahead, spell it for me now, Teresa. I took that I took that I recognize that response from you to Tarsha. Very good. Yeah, go ahead now, Teresa. What it's spelled now?
AEDES.
AEDES.
AEGYPTI.
Hold on it. I one word that?
No, sir, two.
Oh, A what?
A
Uh-huh.
E
Uh-huh.
Gypti. That is one word.
PTI.
Yes, sir.
How you pronounce that now, Tasha? Tasha. Tasha gone.
Oh, me God, sir.
Egyptine.
Oh, come. Where you run gone,
Really?
Tasha? Pronounce that word for me.
Sir,
Egypti?
sir.
Is it Egypti?
Man.
A D is Gypti. I guess the A is silent in the Gypti, sir.
In the zip tie. Okay. You hear my language
Yeah,
specialist?
so I guess it's
Okay.
AD is
ADs.
Gypti.
ADs zip tie. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay. What do you know about the ADs zip tie? Anybody?
Yes, sir. I just know that it's a mosquito that
That what?
whenever I just know it's a mosquito that what they do bite or sting, and then you get ill, and then they say it's dengue.
Okay then. So the name of the disease is dengue, and the vector that transmits it is the
It is
Aedes
Egypti
aegypti mosquito.
mosquito.
Okay. So you could put the word mosquito there as well. All right. That you know that it is an actual animal. So this one is the animal to person contact. Eh? Good?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want my students to be informed. Good? I am teaching you how to learn, not giving you all the information because you just Google it. As one lady said to her old man in the war or something, she just said, Google it. So, okay, Google it. Okay. But make sure when you Google it, when you make a video for me, you can tell me as is. I just ask you guys to make the videos, because I don't want you to get comfortable. But when we reach close to the exam, there's a video going to make this time. I'll just call upon you to have your tools and you present just like that. But the video is just to, warm you up a bit. Okay?
Mm.
Now, so this mosquito is a yellow fever mosquito, they call it, maybe in Africa or so, that can spread dengue fever. But not only dengue, the famous Zik
Malaria.
fever, chikungunya, and all the gunas. Okay, well done. What about malaria? What about the one for malaria? Anybody know? So we have gotten 1 mark for that. Anybody know about malaria?
Sir, me can't pronounce it, sir.
All right, go ahead, any question. So you want to spell it like how Teresa spell it?
Yes,
I'm ready
sir.
to write. Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready to write. Go ahead.
A-N-O-P-H.
A-N, yeah. O-P-H, yeah.
E-L-E.
E-L-E. That's
Yes.
it?
S.
S are two different words.
S. A part of that word.
Okay.
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Okay. Natasha, I'm ready to ask how the word spell or the word pronounce. Oh boy.
Anopheles.
What, Teresa? Anna,
I'm just trying.
yes, Teresa, you're going better than me. I know what no?
Please.
Anopheles.
Anopheles.
I'm just
Wow.
trying.
Wow. Wow. Wow, that's nice. It sounds so nice too. All right. That's good. Now, very good. So you know, got your 2 marks, as easy as that. So when we're studying diseases, we need to know how it is transmitted. So when a person, so you see, let me tell you something. Just having an understanding can get you a job. You see all those persons who used to go around and for if you're going to work with those companies like NEPA and those companies that use environmental science and so forth, if you can ask them questions, the how it is transmitted, by what, from where. So one of our classes though, let me see if my students have been reading over, based on one of our classes, tell me one way we can get rid of these mosquitoes. One way. Anybody? Ashay, Nicole, Tasha?
Anything specific, sir?
No. All right. How can we prevent them from?
Sir,
Yes, go ahead, Tasha.
sir, go ahead and ask the question, sir.
Oh, the question is
Question seems
okay. The question is, how can we get rid of these mosquitoes? One way
Getting
we
rid
could
of breeding sites.
get rid of breeding sites. Okay, very good, Nikosha. And what are these breeding sites called? Could you give one example of the breeding sites? One example of the breeding sites.
Water, sir.
Water, very good.
Water in cans.
Water
Yes.
in cans. Is it the
Or pot.
polluted water they use or the non-polluted water?
The fresh water, sir.
The fresh water. Good, Ashley. Good, Nikosha. Fresh water, non-polluted. Excellent. Teresa, hear that?
Yes, sir.
You hear that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They are learning. Good. So, but my other question though, where on the water you'd find these mosquitoes?
At the surface.
On the surface. What of the surface do you find?
Repeat question, sir.
What do you find on the surface?
Larva.
Is it the larva or is it yes, Nicole, the eggs. Very good. Very good. Somehow if we're gonna make a video about the life cycle of the mosquito. Okay. Right. That's a serious indictment here. Got to know it. Got to know the life cycle. All right. So very good. Now, so you see, my point of asking those questions, is to see how it links. So when you're producing the videos, come out with the full detail. Let me say when Teresa watched that video there, she have to say, wait, I forgot to make my own too, because the person that know them stuff. Yeah, I'm not a teacher who come to show that I know my stuff. It's not about me, it's about you, because you have an exam to do. All right. Let's move on. Not bad so far, doing good. Now, the organism that causes malaria, what's that word again? I don't, one of you can take it over.
Plasmodium.
Plasmodium. Okay, that sounds like a shade. Wow. Okay, Plasmodium. That's very good. Yeah, I'm going to read for me one of these days. I'm going to read as now. Plasmodium. Now, question. Does anybody know what Plasmodium is? What is Plasmodium? What is Plasmodium?
A virus. Or something like a parasite.
Something like a parasite. It is not a virus. So you see, that is one of the reasons why we know to pronounce the word so nicely, but we need to know what it is. Remember the question? What it is. We have to have a description of Plasmodium. So the Plasmodium is neither a virus nor a bacteria, but it's a parasite. Make note of it, please. It's a parasite that causes malaria. Make note of it. So the Plasmodium is a parasite. Now, what do we mean by parasite? What's a parasite? What's a parasite? What I don't know?
Parasite. So I don't really know how to explain, but a parasite is like something that I don't know, it attach itself to you or replaces any parts of yourself with itself.
Okay. All right. So copy itself. Okay. All right. All right. Nice try. You want to look for it? Anybody want to Google it for me and tell what it means of parasite? I would love to use the words.
An organism that lives in or on an organism of another species
So an organ.
and
Okay.
benefits
And
by
benefits.
yes,
Yeah.
by
Start.
deriving
Wait, hold on.
nutrients at
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Read it again from start. Go ahead.
an organism that lives in or on an organism of another species and benefits by deriving nutrients at the other's expense.
Okay. Good. Everybody heard that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we know what the plasmodium does. It lives in another organism and feeds on that organism and getting nutrients from that organism and benefiting, but the organism is not benefiting from it or it alone. So that is a the parasitic relationship, symbiosis, right? Good. Now, and some persons are like that, and I know that none of my ladies in class today is like that at all. Right? I know you guys doesn't. You're not a plasmodium at all, you know, and I'm not a plasmodium either. No. So why I ask you to look for the word parasite? Because if you just read and say malaria is caused by a parasite known as plasmodium, I mean, okay, but what does parasite mean? Okay, you want to have a more vivid description and understanding of the plasmodium. So the plasmodium in itself is a microscopic organism as well, just like the virus and the bacteria. Okay, but the virus and bacteria is very much popular, but plasmodium is what the scientists call it, which is normally spread through infected mosquitoes. And it says infected mosquitoes. In other words, I am not a good artist, but I'm going to try a thing. Now, here's a mosquito. As I say, I'm not an artist, so don't laugh off of my drawing, please. This mosquito bit that person. Then the mosquito becomes what? The mosquito becomes what? Lord, infected. Good.
Infected.
Infected. Good. Then now, so this mosquito become infected and decide to go to another person and infect an next person. So this mosquito now becomes the vector. So it is carrying the plasmodium that it picked up from this person to another person. So it's the transmission taking place. So the vector is the mosquito transmitting the plasmodium. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So note the vector is not the cause of the disease, but it is it is what that transmits the disease causing agent called plasmodium. So what's the name of so what would be the name of this mosquito, please? What would the name of this mosquito right here? See if you're following the lesson so far. What's the name of this mosquito right here?
Anopheles.
The Anopheles. Good. Thank you very much. You're following. Well done. So a mosquito now takes a blood meal from an infected human. So this mosquito here, it takes the blood meal from this infected human. Good. They go for food. All right, let's put it this way, just like sex. A man go to a woman. The man himself was not infected, but he went to a woman for sex meals. But unfortunately, he was then infected with an STD, and then go to a woman who's not infected and infect her because he wanted more sex meals. You see? So it's the same thing that happens with the mosquito. Okay? So, taking in the plasmodia, which were in the blood. So this is telling us now that when you do a blood test, the doctors can identify the plasmodia in your blood. Make sense?
Yes,
Make
sir.
sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions on that?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now you realize how much you are learning. But are we learning much?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good. Okay, good. Teresa, you're there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Okay, good. All right. Hope you don't need a matchstick stick to catch up your eyes. So, you're wide awake, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Good. So I want you guys to realize that you don't have to make reading so daddy. You know, you just want to draw something to demonstrate what I read. This is where I want to take you guys. So as you read, draw little graphics like this and help yourself to understand. Eh? That's all. Even when you make a video, you just draw a rectangle and a rectangle. Once you explain the thing or want to explain it, you're good to go. You're good to go. All right. So and this is how you use the past paper too. You get to learn a lot. So just by looking for the definition of the words. All right. No. So the organism that causes malaria is plasmodium. Name the organism now that causes dengue. You can research if you wish.
I'm sure some of us got on.
Eh? I don't want to guess it, more if you research it. Don't tell what you think, tell what you know.
Virus, sir.
It's a virus. Okay, very good. So the answer would be what? A virus. Now, I want when you're writing your answers, put it in sentence. It's not required, but I rather you put them in sentence, all right? The organism that causes dengue is a virus. Okay, good. Wonderful. Can you imagine if it's a plasmodium that they cause that they cause because again, can you imagine if a mosquito, one of these mosquitoes, that transmits a virus would transmit COVID? Can you imagine that? Mercy.
We all
No.
die.
We would have all died. Hey, mercy
You feel
upon
why we
mercy.
pick up on the fake planet.
Hey, come again. Where that go?
So that's why we pick up on different planets.
You understand? That part of a different planet. Okay, I see. Well, when you find a planet, you carry me with you. Stay far from mosquito. But next to them have wings. Remember, mosquito have wings, you know, so they can't fly. All right, them alone fly without visa, right? And passport. Now, so dengue is a mosquito-borne viral infection. And the virus responsible for causing dengue is called the dengue virus. So they call it the dengue virus. All right? They call it the dengue virus. And there are four dengue virus, meaning that it is possible to be infected 4 times. So you can have dengue 4 times. Severe dengue is a leading cause of serious illness and death in some Asian and Latin American countries. So we need to prevent this. Right? We need to prevent this. It's a virus. Good, 1 mark. Now, so when we're studying diseases, you must know the disease causing agent, whether it's a virus, a bacteria, or a plasmodium. And also know the vector. How is it transmitted? And once you know it is transmitted, you can also know how to control it or to prevent it. Because you'd have destroyed the transmitter, which would have been the vector. That's the whole idea. And once you can destroy that's why you need to know the life cycle of housefly, the life cycle. Because I think the housefly will carry the bacteria, right? Now, that's why you have to destroy the life top. No, when you understand the life cycle, you'll be able to reduce the population to eradicate the population. So it's very important to know these things. All right. Now, one of these days, I'm going to have you guys have some healthy conversations in the class. You can't leave it to converse. All right. Okay. Now, to summarize this, make sure you know the information. Read over the information and you know it. Don't just leave the class and then know you don't know it. That don't make any sense. Read it over back and know it. All right. Now, next question. State 2 signs or symptoms of dengue. That's easy. Anybody?
High
High
fever.
fever.
High fever. I got that. That's what like Teresa. I said high fever. Any other?
Pain in
Rash.
the joints.
Eh?
Joint pain.
Vomiting, joint
Vomiting, joint
pain,
pains. Okay. Okay. All
Headache.
right. Headaches. Good. Good. Okay.
muscle ache,
So that's where the joint pains come in, the muscle, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Okay. That's good. All right. So you guys have gotten your 2 cents, your 2 mics. 2 little mark there. Very good. Very good. Very good. So we have vomiting, as I heard earlier, muscle aches and pains, eye pain, typically behind the eyes, muscle joint or bone pain, as Tina was talking about. Um, so those are some of the signs. Good. So, and here's some information. Primary symptoms of dengue appear 3 to 15 days after the mosquito bites you. So the incubation period of the virus is 3 to 15 days. Good. And of course, and high fever I heard, severe headaches I've heard, severe pain behind the eyes that is apparent when trying to move the eyes. Other associated symptoms are the joint pain, muscle and bone pain, rash, and mild bleeding. So you're asked to know 2. So make sure you know at least 2 signs and symptoms of a disease. All right. All right. You guys want to write this off, or should I? Can I move on? And write it off already?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You about to write it off?
Yes, sir.
Teresa?
Yes, sir.
You wrote this off already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I guess Starsha will see it on the video and write it off. All right. Good. Wonderful. Okay. One other question on it. Identify one method of preventing the spread of dengue. See, and I think could have mentioned that already to get rid of the water, the breeding sites. Very good. All right. Wonderful. All right. So another possible question. State two cardiovascular diseases that occur as a result of poor diets and explain how these diseases develop. Now, listen. State two cardiovascular diseases. So it has 2 marks. And then explain. Note the question gave you a clue to one of these cardiovascular diseases. Can anybody identify the clue? What's the clue given this question?
Cardio have to do with the heart.
Well, that's a clue, yes. True. Definitely. That's a clue. Another clue?
Think for that.
That is the next clue. I was expecting to hear that one first, but the one it came with was a very good one too. Poor diets. So anything you speak about, it must be related to poor diets, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I like how you use the prefix to, give us an idea. Now, very good. Job well done right there. Job well done right there. All right. Now, so it is heart. It has to do with the heart. So anybody want to name the disease then? Anybody want to give me the name of the disease?
Sir, obesity is a disease.
Well, is it a disease?
I don't know.
In a sense, probably. Probably. I mean, it's a disease in a sense because if you are suffering from obesity, they call it a disease. You're unhealthy. Once you're unhealthy, it's a disease. You have a disease. You have mental health disease, don't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
I wouldn't say no to that. All right. I see. So you want to say obesity because it's a result of poor diets. So it's all the obese people suffer from but is obesity is obesity a cardiovascular disease? That's the next
Yes,
question
sir.
should
That
I
would
ask.
be the poor diet.
No, but it says state two cardiovascular diseases.
Obesity. Yes, sir. It kind of have something to do with that, the heart. Because if there's too much fat, then the blood won't be able to pump how it's supposed to, I guess.
Oh, well, here what I'm gonna tell you now. You write down them two, yeah. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, you better write them two, yeah. You have several. Heart attack is a heart disease. You have that?
Yes, sir.
And heart failure is also a heart disease. They have congenital heart defects. Is a heart disease as well. Peripheral artery disease. All right, let me name them again. Heart attack, heart failure, congenital, as in congenital, heart defects, and peripheral artery disease, which is PERIPHERAL, artery disease. Okay.
So that's sir, that's the same thing as coronary artery disease.
No, I think they are different. They are different.
Okay.
I think those are different. All right. Okay, they are different. Good.
Yes, sir.
All right. So those are heart disease now. So it says a cardiovascular diseases are a group of disorders of the heart and blood vessels. Write that down. Cardiovascular diseases. Everybody hearing that? Cardiovascular diseases, coming again from the www.who.int. So cardiovascular diseases are a group of disorders of the heart. So you couldn't really mention obesity as such. You get the answer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Or a group of a dietary disease now could have been obesity. You follow now?
Yes, sir.
So cardiovascular diseases are a group of disorders of the heart and blood vessels. So the vascular refer to the blood vessels. So cardiovascular diseases is heart and blood vessels. Everybody got that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, coronary heart disease. That's one. So you can write that down. Coronary heart disease. Everybody have that?
Yes, sir.
Nicole, Ashley, you guys have that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Disease of the blood vessels supplying the heart muscle. So it is the disease, what I'm saying is describing it. It is the disease of the blood vessels supplying the heart muscles. By the way, we're using the word disease. You know what it means? What does the word disease mean? Anybody know? But gone quiet now.
There are sickness that can kill.
Sickness that can kill. If so be the case, everybody done dead.
Sir, it can kill if not treated on time.
Not treated on time.
Mm-hmm.
That does not define it, sweetheart. You come write this down. And write it down. So we're talking about when you're using the word disease. What you don't know what it means. Write it down, please. A disorder, all right,
Yes, sir.
or structure. I mean, I Google, you know, so you can Google it, but I save on the time. A disorder of structure or function in a human, animal, or plant. What have that? A disorder or structure, a disorder of structure or function in a human, comma, animal, comma, or plant, comma, especially one that produces specific symptoms Everybody have that?
Yes, sir.
Or that affects a specific location and is not simply a direct result of physical injury. Says not is not necessarily caused by physical injury, but physical injury can lead to a disease. So where it is basically a disease because the structure or function becomes defected. You understand now? So in other words, the structure can be damaged, and therefore if it is damaged, it will no longer carry out its function, and hence the structure is considered to be diseased. Everybody have that? Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, I would beg for you to define the word disorder. Because you want to know the word disorder mean. Now, the word disorder can be defined as an illness that disrupts normal physical or mental functions. So anything that will cause the structure or function of any body part or anything is a disease. So we'll talk about cardio. So let's put it in context now. So cardiovascular disease now, heart and blood vessels. So so if the heart is not able to carry out its normal function, then it means it has a disease. It has a disorder. Make sense? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So so let us now put everything in context now. So the coronary heart disease, which is one of the cardiovascular diseases, is a disease of the blood vessels supplying the heart muscle. So these blood vessels now is no longer carrying out its what? Function. So they are diseased. Are you understanding, students? Teresa,
Yeah.
Ashay? You sure you understanding? Nobody say yes, sir, and you don't understand for sure, you know. Because of
Yes,
these days,
sir.
you might just throw it back for you and say, what do I mean in your own words? So make sure you understand. All right. So in other words, I'm saying we can draw a picture, make it even clearer. Let's say that this is the blood vessel. No, not like that. I want something better than that. This is the blood vessel, right? Everybody seen that? All right, too pale. Choose a red one. This is the blood vessel right here. But for some reason, it becomes like this, broken. So it is diseased. Make sense? So the structure is affected, and if the structure is affected, naturally the function will also be affected. Make sense? Everybody understand? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because remember now, the heart,
Yes, sir.
okay, the heart, we don't reach a part of the lesson yet, on the lessons yet. So the heart, and I'm going to draw a heart to represent the heart. Now the heart itself is a different color now, has some blood vessels that supplies it with nutrients, etc. Good. So it's applied. Because remember, the heart is a muscle actually, all right? And it has two main muscles, the ventricles left and right ventricles, right? And of course, these blood vessels called the arteries or the vein supplies the heart muscles. Good. Remember, so the heart muscles need glucose, it needs oxygen in order for it to carry its what? Function. Because those two substances give it combine together. When it goes into the cells of the heart muscles, the cells of the heart muscles are now going to respire, right? And therefore energy is going to be released. And then now the heart muscles use its energy to keep what? Pumping. What's the connectivity? You guys seen it? See what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Teresa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Now you also have the cerebrovascular disease. That's another one. You can write it down. It's a CREBROVASCULAR. Everybody have that?
Go again, sir.
CEREBROVASCULAR. The cerebrovascular disease. Can anybody want to guess where this disease is? Which structure? Where this located? This vessel is located? Anybody want to take a guess? Cerebrovascular?
Sir, in the head.
The head. Ah, that's close. The brain. Very good. Hey, you're a good girl. You're smart, You use the language good. You use the English language good, man. The prefix, cerebral. Oh, that go? I didn't hear that one. Oh, that one go?
Yeah, use the brain.
Yeah, use a brain. Oh, I see. Good. Yeah, that's the difference. Good. Very good. That's good. That's very interesting. I like that. So everybody must use their brain, eh? Gotta use their brain. Very good. So, I have to save nobody in the chat so I can communicate to them. All right. So the cerebral vascular disease now is a disease of the blood vessels supplying the brain. So we realize now when we talk about cardiovascular disease, it's talking about the heart and blood vessels. Good. And so these they have different vessels that is supplying different organs. Okay. And then you have the peripheral atrial disease that I mentioned to you before. The peripheral, you guys can write about it. I think you should write about it. It's very good to know them. All right. So the cerebral vascular disease, the disease of the blood vessels supplying the brain. All right. And then the peripheral atrial disease, which is PERIPHERAL. What do you have that?
Yes, sir.
They have is atrial, which is ARTERIAL disease. Everybody have that? Everybody have that?
No, sir, go again.
Which one you don't have? Which one you have? Sorry, which one you have? Which one you have?
Atrial.
Oh, ARTERIAL. Now, when you study the skeletal system, you will know more about the peripheral veins or the peripheral nerves. And these would be the ones that, if you look at some diagrams, it spreads out like that, just spread it out, right? And the disease of the blood vessels supplying the arms and legs. So you have the arteries that supply the arms and legs. Good. So that's another example of a cardiovascular disease. So disease of the blood vessels supplying the arms and legs. Then you have the the rheumatic heart disease. You're supposed to hear about this one. It is the so this one is affect. So the ones I've mentioned before was the vascular disease, them, right? So now we're looking at the heart disease themselves now. So you have the rheumatic heart disease. So it is RHEU. Everybody have that? RHEUMATIC. Everybody have that?
Yes, sir.
Heart disease. Now, description: damage to the heart muscle. Write that down. Damage to the heart muscle. That means when you go to a hospital and you hear them terms are being used. Oh, he has rheumatic fever. They know what that means. Referring to damage of some heart muscle, heart valve from rheumatic fever caused by some form of bacteria. So, damage of the heart muscles and the heart valves from rheumatic fever. And then now you have the congenital heart disease. And some babies will have this malformations of heart structure existing at birth. So, you like a hole in the heart. Uh, my daughter has something like that. She has a congenital heart disease. So, you see, some persons who are mothers, when you go, you hear these terms, you can know if a child is suffering from a congenital heart disease. So you can know that there's some heart structure or blood vessel that is damaged at birth. And that's why it's important to also know that your lifestyle can destroy your child. Uh-huh. Be careful. All right? Be careful. So basically, um, those are some of the cardiovascular diseases. I know you're seeing how to use the possible questions as well. So you don't just write down answers for possible questions. You use it as a way to study. Make sense? Make sense? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have exhausted the name of the diseases, and then now we have to look at how the diseases develop, whichever one you name. So if you name, basically some of them is what's the word now? It's common causes, common development. All right. Now I can leave you guys to do a presentation on this one, how each of those diseases are developed. All right. You can go and do a presentation on that and learn about that. All right. So that's homework. Write that down for me, please. Next class, you must come to me to tell me how the name cardiovascular disease that you have named and tell us how the disease is developed. And if we talk about development, you must talk about the sequence. What happens first? What happens second? What happens third to the end? That's how I want the presentation. You don't want to come and say it is caused by this and that. No. I want you to tell me the sequence, the sequential order of how the disease is developed. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Homework. Homework. All right. So I'll spend some time on that. And we're going to move on to our next slide, wrapping up time. All right. Now, here's some possible questions based on what we have studied before. Let me see if I have any more questions to come to after this. Oh, yes. Lots more. Oh, lots more. Okay. All right, so we won't get in touch. Don't want to put too much on you so far, but I believe I've met my objective for today so far. All right. Um, let's say we can attack this question. It says Peter is a beast and has developed type 2 diabetes. I wish Nikosha was on. Sorry, I mean Tasha. She did that video. His doctor says that even though his body is producing insulin, the insulin receptors are resistant to insulin. So basically, they are telling you what to expect in type 2 diabetes. Suggest two signs or symptoms that Peter may be experiencing, and two ways that Peter could manage the disease. Now, the word suggests, and when you see them put a word in bold caps lock, it's an emphasis to tell that you must give two signs or symptoms. Now, you have to use the common sense. The common sense. So Peter is a beast and has developed type 2 diabetes. His doctor says that even though his body is producing insulin, the insulin receptors are resistant rather to insulin. And if you had watched Tarsha video before, where she told us that, it means that the insulin, the receptor, the cell that's supposed to have the insulin receptor attached to it is not allowing the insulin to enter the cell for the insulin to allow the cell to, to receive glucose. Now, I want you to think that this is a use of knowledge question. What's one possible symptom or sign could Peter be experiencing? Anybody?
Repeat, sir.
High blood pressure.
All right, I heard high blood pressure. The question was coming there, Teresa. The question was, um, give me one possible sign or symptom that Peter could be experiencing, and Teresa said high blood pressure. Why is it high blood pressure? Teresa, why is it high blood pressure?
Sir, I'm not sure. I was just guessing.
No, I don't want to guess. Well, no problem. I appreciate the guessing. Fine. My apologies there. I accept guessing. All right. No, because sometimes you get lucky with the guessing, right? All right. But if you guess it though, nothing is wrong. But as a scientist, you make a guess first, yeah, an intelligent guess. You must also test it, right? So the research to say that is correct. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, anybody want to guess or try? Ashe, Nikosha. What do you think about it? Anybody? Oh, yeah, I can Google it, I can Google it if I don't want to Google it. And I'll go stop it from research. Ashe, this is where you do a very good job, right? Research. Ashe.
Yes, sir, but I'm using my brain tonight.
Using your brain tonight. All right. The night when I want to research tonight when you choose to use your brain. All right. Man, you know. Man. No, nothing is wrong. I would love for you to research tonight. But we all need to research. Mm. Come on, come. Drop the answer for me. Drop it. Anybody want to research? I want to research. I want to. Yeah, go ahead, Ashley.
It said increased thirst.
Increase thirst. Okay. Very good. That's one, yes. Because it would increase thirst. Can anybody tell me why I think it would increase thirst? Why would it increase thirst? Tell me. What's the main thing? The main thing right here. Why we need insulin? Why we need insulin? Why we need insulin? All right. Let me explain it to you. All right, go ahead, Ashley. Yeah.
Because it lowers the sugar level in the bloodstream.
They're good. Very good. So the sugar level, no, we're reasoning now. Come, let us reason. As Jesus Christ says, come, let us reason. So if it lowers the sugar level in the bloodstream and the insulin is not being able to lower that sugar level in the bloodstream, what is going to happen? What is obviously taking place right here? The sugar level is supposed to be lowered by the insulin. So and the insulin is not able to carry it. Yes, Nikosha, go ahead, speak. Nikosha, go ahead. Nikosha. All right, maybe having an internet problem. All right. Now, so the bloodstream would have been the sugar level in the bloodstream would have been lowered if the insulin was able to carry out its function. But the fact that the insulin is not able to carry out its function, what is happening there? What you see happening? All right, let me draw something. Let me draw something. I'm gonna my drawing. I love to draw, you know. This rectangle, it was representing the bloodstream. And this circle is representing the cell. And this diamond shape thing will represent the insulin receptor. And look at me now, you know. You can draw the question. Draw the question. So this is inside of Peter's body taking. This is inside of Peter's body. Is that clear? And when you draw the question, you must say what represents what. You don't just draw like that, right? What is representing what? So we are saying now that is the bloodstream. Now, which organ produces insulin? What you can tell me?
Pancreas.
Pancreas. Who said pancreas?
Terry.
Teresa. Very good. All right. So this is a cell. And then you have the cell receptor right here. Or the insulin receptor, as it's called. You know what receptor means, right? To receive, right? Something that receives insulin Sorry. Insulin receptor. Good. Now, I'm going to draw something to represent this is going to represent now some sugar crystals, sugar brown. So a lot of sugar. You just had breakfast. You just had breakfast a while ago. Good. Then we have the pancreas. So I'm going to draw something to represent the pancreas. And it's a leaf-like shape structure. I'm going to say it, look, but let's call it that. And the pancreas now is supposed to release insulin. So let's give it a green color. So this is the insulin. And the insulin is supposed to go onto the receptor. So what is supposed to happen is that the receptor, when the insulin attaches itself to the receptor, it's supposed to allow glucose to leave the bloodstream and enter the cell. This is what's supposed to be happening. This is under normal circumstances. But this is not happening. Because guess what? The insulin is not able to carry out the job. So what is really happening then? So the insulin is not able to carry out its job. Then what is really happening right here then? Tell me. This is what you saw. Nobody can tell what's happening? Okay, nobody tell what is happening here? Go ahead and tell me. Guess. You think you want to guess? What does that mean right there? Anybody? Ashay? Teresa? Ashay, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, so look at the class. So this is our last question. Wrapping up now. We have gone over 2 hours. So you don't realize the blood vessel full of glucose. And the blood vessel full of glucose, as actually did a lab once ago with osmosis, remember?
Oh, yes, sir.
So a lot of water. That is why the thirst is increased. Because a lot of water. Once you have a lot of glucose in the blood, you will need water to dilute. So that's one way of managing the diabetes is to drink a lot of fluid, a lot of water. So that's why water is very important to drink. Right? So that's one way of managing the diabetes by drinking a lot of water. A person who is diabetic, that we have to drink a lot of water. But another reason then, another thing that you could be experiencing right there apart from increasing thirst. Can anybody just give me one more other thing you could be experiencing? Let's say we're thinking the same way. Come, Teresa, you have anything you want to say about that? I want to guess again. You want to guess again?
So I'm thinking.
Oh, you're thinking? Okay. Nothing wrong with that. What my students think, Start practicing things before going to the exams. That makes sense to me. That's very good. It's very good to me. It's very good.
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. All right. Let me tell you one possible reason. If the cells if the blood is settled in the bloodstream and not getting into the cells, like your muscle cell, the heart cells, heart muscle cells, it's naturally that it will become weak because there's nothing to get energy from. Because it is in the cells that respiration take place, and then in there energy is released. So the person is going to feel weak as well and sweat a lot. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Good. So you see, you have to think. This question use of knowledge. You have to think about, all right, if there's a lot of blood in the person's bloodstream, you're naturally going to be thirsty, very thirsty. And naturally, if you're not getting enough um, blood glucose into their cells, glucose into their cells, then naturally they're going to feel weak because their energy, these cells do not receive any form of energy, or the muscles or the organs do not receive any energy. Right? So these are natural things that will take place. So a lot of signs and symptoms you can think of just by thinking of the purpose of certain things that are in the body. Now, of course, the person would have to. So we mentioned thirsty, weakness. Um, person can be breathing heavy too, right? Um, and also, one way of managing the diabetes, you have to do a lot of exercise, right? What? You have to
Yes, sir.
reduce the weight. Reduce the weight. All right. All right. So basically, that's a wrap for today's class. The emphasis for today's class was really for you to learn that when you're using past paper questions, some of you might be starting doing that and choose to start to do that. The whole idea is not to just try to write down answers, but to learn as much as you can from the past paper itself. You can actually learn from it. Good? Making
Yes,
sense?
yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right? Good. And the words that are there, even though you can call it, still ask yourself the question, do I know what this is? Do I know what this means? All right? Okay, so I think we have really spent a lot of time on this. In our next class, we'll be going through another possible question, then another possible question, similar to what we did earlier. And of course, we will start into immunity, part of the section D of the syllabus. All right, we'll go into immunity. All right, and I expect to see some more worksheets being done. I have given somebody access, but I've not seen any worksheet uploaded. So you never need access yet, right? Yeah, you met your word pan Teresa, you met your word pan now. Okay.
Yeah, I still
No,
reading on the what is it? Digest that part, sir.
oh, you still watching the video?
Sir, I'm reading the notes that are there also.
Oh, you're reading the notes. Oh, on the worksheets. Have you watched the videos?
Not
Have you watched the
all.
videos? Not all. Okay. All right. You need to watch them. Don't be like a dear friend of mine.
Sir, I don't. Sir, sometimes I'm so tired when I'm home from work.
Even, but even when you go to the bathroom, you must watch my videos too while you're there.
At work, sir?
When you go to the restroom,
Oh,
watch
like
the
at home?
videos. Yeah, man. Like at home. When you're in the taxi going home or in the bus going home, plug in your earphone while others are listening to music, you're watching my videos. Point I'm making, use up as much time as you see past you can carve out and make your work done because lessons has to be done. One of the rules that we have, you must try and submit an assignment. But I'm glad to know that you are watching the videos. Glad to know that you are reading reading the worksheet, the notes on the worksheet, and so forth. All right. Now, at the end of each class, we normally ask the students. I normally ask the students to give me a feedback on the night's class. This is your first time. We start with you. How was your class tonight, Miss Powell?
So it was great, and I don't fall asleep in other class. And I think I learned a little bit. I think I learned some stuff.
Okay. A little bit out of 2 hours.
Some stuff.
Some stuff. All right, good. All right, all right. Well, you have to, the brain can only chew a little at a time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I wouldn't want to carry you guys into another part yet. And in the night, it's just don't want to take up too much time in the night and so forth. We go on holidays. Um, I put it in a WhatsApp group. We go on holidays. Next week, Wednesday, is the 24th, so we will not have class next week, Wednesday. It's Christmas Eve. But hold on. This
Next week, Wednesday, sir?
next week is the 23rd.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, is the calendar or is the almanac with the calendar with them print, you know? Tab 224. Boy, 2020 something really wrong with 2020. It's have 224 there. So I figure more or less that so we'll have class on the 23rd, but we'll not but so we go on holiday on the 23rd and we'll resume classes on the 28th of the month. So all the days, please remind me of that, Ashay. All the days is so we go on holiday on the 24th of the 23rd of the
23rd,
month and we resume
the
on the
28th.
28th. So they've got your Christmas holiday, your Christmas Eve, your Boxing Day, and we will break again. Well, we don't normally have class on Thursdays now, so that is the 31st. So we will not have any class on the 31st, and of course the 1st of January, and we resume the 2nd of January after that break, New Year's Eve break.
2nd of January, sir.
Yes, and New Year's Eve come and gone. Let me tell you something, you know.
No. I'm asking the 2nd of January, isn't it a Friday or a Saturday?
Oh, it is. Well, I wouldn't know. Well, the first Monday in January we would have resumed.
The January 4th.
January 4th, yes. Well, that's how when school start back anyway. So
Yes,
whether you
sir.
like it or not. So school start back. All right. So um very good, Teresa. You have participated well in your first class. That's very good. Ashay, how about your class tonight?
Sir, it was good.
It was good. All right. Your video sell off. I must say that too. All right. But
Thank
remember
you.
now, good, very good, very good. And keep making models. You need to make more models.
Will
And
do, sir.
how that go?
That will do.
Will do. All right. So Teresa, make sure you have a video. At the end of the digestive system, make sure you have a video. Okay, Teresa?
Yes, sir.
Okay
Yes.
then. Oh yes, man. Next class, you should produce that video. All right, wonderful. So Teresa, or are the videos that you have been watching? Oh, you still not watching no video now?
I'm mostly reading,
Oh,
because
oh, oh. Oh, so you come from what area, so?
I'm from Clarendon.
Clarendon. Oh. No, the reason I ask you because the person beside you in the video there, she's a reader as well, no?
So I'm not a reader. It's because I have to read. I'm not
Okay.
reading. I don't like
Oh, you
reading.
have to read. So actually, you have to read or you're a reader.
What, sir?
I mean, what? You stopped on reader now?
No, I said what you said, sir.
And I'm saying, is that you have to read or you're a reader? What is it? You're a reader or you have to read too?
I am a reader.
Oh, yes. You should say it proudly, Teresa. I am a
Yes,
reader.
sir.
Okay. Nothing is wrong in being a reader.
I'm not a reader.
All right. Not a problem. All right. So tonight was a good night. I assume so. So I hope you take my instructions and make use of them and so forth. All right. So I ask you to share the link with your friends and family who are doing exams so they can join us as well. So welcome, Teresa, and you
Thank
have
you.
a good night. All right. Please do go to your beds and enjoy the night. And remember to read your Bible and talk to your creator.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Yeah, man.
Good
So have a
night.
good, yeah, man. Good night. Teresa, you tell a good night. You know, tell her good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Then. All right. Take care.
Okay.
Bye bye. All right. All right. Good night, folks. So once again, I didn't see any viewers tonight, but if there's any viewers, I want to say good night and thank you very much for stopping by. And hope you have learned something from tonight's lesson. And we look forward to, if there's any one of you who are watching this video and want to join the class, you could register with CDP Lazarus Services so you can get access to our assignments and become a successful student, just like our students last year. And our current students will also be successful by the will of God. Thank you very much for viewing. Stay in tune to CDP Labs Edu Services. Yes. Again, I would like to explain to our viewers and our subscribers about this promotion that CDP Labs is going on with. Now, the promotion should end in January 2021. However, the management had requested that we continue with the promotion. However, there is a condition to this promotion, and the condition is simple. This is that for those students who registers with CDP Labs Edu Services with for this promotion, you are able to do up to 5 subjects, and you only pay $2,500 per month. So whether you're doing one, two, three, 4, or 5 subjects, you only pay 2,500 Jamaican dollars per month. Yes. So if you had a 5 subject, you just pay 2,500 Jamaican dollars if you're doing 5 subjects. Those who are in overseas, you also have a reduced rate. And once you register with us, we'll let you know what the reduced rate is. All right. Now, I can send a WhatsApp to 1-876-324-8441. And you can register with CDP Labs with your services if you go to at online education JA for registration. So remember now, CDP Labs Edu Services is inviting you to join its online courses. Now, what's the condition for this promotion? One, of course, you'll be given access to our video tutorials and worksheets. They'll be marked and assessed to get your feedback. However, you will not be able to join the Zoom live classes, but you will be able to you can view the Zoom live classes via our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe and click on the bell so you can receive your notification when the classes begins. Currently, we are streaming mathematics and human and social biology. English language will start to stream shortly, and the business subjects will start to stream shortly. Now, if you have an intention of joining the Zoom classes, you have to pay the full fee if you want to join us on Zoom. Of course, of course, it would be an advantage for you to join us on Zoom. But if you join us via YouTube channel, as you may be experiencing right now, is just as good, right? So tell your friends, tell your family, and please do subscribe, click on the notification bell, and have yourself a good night. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much.
And was saying money survival house. They could take the youths and bring them back into the schoolhouse. Education was saying money come after. Yo, Sheldon Kane. Yo, Jojo, Kulachini. I want to them. If they want to go to school. Go get your education, me a beg you no revise where you learn from class, me a tell you no. Cause it's not hard, it's a task, just give yourself a chance and you see say that you grasp where them tell you no. Go get your education, me a beg you no revise where you learn from class, me a tell you no. Cause it's not hard, it's a task, just give yourself a chance and you see say that you grasp where them tell you no. Load the machine, I better you go the machine instead of you dip on the corner and I get your head machine. The little youths them nowadays them need to learn, to love, to read and recognize for you survive education and the key youth. From George's, C.S.E. and C.S.E. Pali Camper down, Meadowbrook and Papine, Calabar and Dunwoodin. Till read the news, nobody pick up the two cause of the books so no fi read and. So get your education, me a beg you no revise where you learn from class, me a tell you no. Cause it's not hard, it's a task, just give yourself a chance and you see say that you grasp where them tell you no. Go get your education, me a beg you no revise where you learn from class, me a tell you no. Cause it's not hard, it's a task, just give yourself a chance and you see say that you grasp where them tell you no. Back in on the school days, me used to have it hard, but me also go to school anyway. Mama never get paid, but that never stopped me from getting me education same way. So youth, pressure on the book. Take your mind out for the corner and have some notes to overlook. They want to see you turn a teacher or a doctor or a lawyer. Anything you really wanna just not turn in and a group. Girls, before you back it up, make sure you wrap it up. Before you be a man and be a woman first. Stay in a school cause you are gonna need the knowledge. Graduate and go to college cause we have a career is a must. So get your education, me a beg you no revise where you learn from class, me a tell you no. Cause it's not hard, it's a task, just give yourself a chance and you see say that you grasp where they tell you no. Go get your education, me a beg you no revise where you learn from class, me a tell you no. Cause it's not hard, it's a task, just give yourself a chance and you see say that you grasp where they tell you no. You start go a class, me a tell you no. Exam no fi pass, me a tell you no. And bench warmers a this, me a fi tell you no. Low farm full study hard, me a beg you no. Cause nowadays we get a job, me a tell you no. No easy and papers they want, me a tell you no. No buy the lies when them sell on the corner. You get your education cause the future we a tell you no. Queens, think before you drop your jeans. Spent yours, refuse the abuse. A new school, you know. The grammar said use them to go to school. As I saw the thing said. Education, unification, right in the minds. Hear this? Go get your education, me a beg you no revise where you learn from class, me a tell you no. Cause it's not hard, it's a task, just give yourself a chance and you see say that you grasp where they tell you no. Go get your education, me a beg you no revise where you learn from class, me a tell you no. Cause it's not hard, it's a task, just give yourself a chance and you see say that you grasp where they tell you no. Back in my school days, me used to have it hard, but mama also go to school anyway. Every day. Mama never get paid, but that never stopped me from getting my education same way. So youth, pressure on the book. Gonna school. New school.